Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John. We are in the world-famous Sipping Den. Here's where I do everything has anything to do with alcohol and a famous Sunday morning coffee review. Hey, now. It's a lot of stuff. So I have broken the code to YouTube's playlist, and I have put my reviews on their playlist in such a way that I've categorized and subcategorized that makes it quick, easy for you to find every single thing I do like that. And if you get involved in that playlist, the best one on YouTube, you'll never leave. You'll never leave. I got a really interesting thing today. Every video I do, including this one, always has a link to whatever I'm reviewing. In this case, wine, but not only wine. Primitivo. Let's talk about it. It's extremely interesting. I'm going to reach over, get my glass real quick, because, you got to have a nice glass. All right. Primitivo. But this one's cool. So, look at it. Teddy Roosevelt on a moose, right? And the name of this is Teddy Roosevelt Riding a Moose Primitivo. It's from Apulia, Italy. It is about $18.99, 14% alcohol by volume. There's a myth that Teddy Roosevelt, who did a lot of wild things, was one of our presidents, rode a moose one time because when he was running for a third term, he went to a new political party, the Bull Moose Party. And obviously, Republicans had an elephant, Democrats had a donkey, and the Bull Moose Party had a bull moose. And it was a fake picture, but it went around and just kind of caught on that Teddy Roosevelt rode a bull moose. As part of the campaign. Puglio, if it's southern Italy, matter of fact, Italy shaped like a boot. In the heel, right about in the middle, is Puglia. Primitivo is basically the home base for this grape now in southern Italy, but it's also grown in different spots around the world, including here, because that is another name for Zinfandel. And if that isn't enough, and surely it is, this sucker is finished in cognac barrels. It's a beautiful thing. Primitivo in Italy means the early one because of its proclivity of ripening early. Primitivo. Tempranillo means the same thing in Spanish, by the way. All right, let's get into it. I've already gotten into it a little bit, or a lot of it. But I got to taste now before I finish it off. Or review it, I should say. All right, so let's look at the colors. Look around the rim. It is a, you can see that it's a red, but then when you get down, it's a real dark garnet, would you say? You might have a different explanation of that, but there it is. It's for all the world to see. Let's smell it. It's 2021? Yeah, this can age a little bit. I've had it open a couple of days, so I've got it aerated. Not a couple of days, opened it yesterday. Now, Zinfandel to me is always a jammy, kind of a thick, jammy wine, which I like because it's not, instead of getting all that puckering, that tannin, it's got a fruity jam, like jelly, jam, that always reminds me of. It's not sweet, but the fruitness makes it appear sweet. Now, this one's finished in cognac, so that's going to be a whole nother thing going on. So, smell. Jammy. When I mean jammy, I mean you pick it. Is it a mix of all kinds of dark fruit jam? Yeah, pretty much is what I usually get out of that. And that, which is characteristic of a lot of wines, you're getting a floral smell. Big vanilla bomb. I like that. Just smells sweet too. So let's get into the taste. It's an acclamation sip. I am petting the Sipping Den beast Yeah. All right. Just an acclimation sip. Now we'll go in for the kill. Dog running around with his toys. Here's what we got. Really sweet. It tastes sweet. It is a little bit, I think, from the cognac. And it's so fruity, and with that cognac, it appears to be sweet. It's not. It's a dry wine, and you get that dryness on the back end, where I'm getting the tannin, that roughness on the back of your tongue. That feeling is if you sip a tea, iced tea or whatever tea, that's too strong. It's got that real kind of bitter tannin. That's what the tannin is. And it does balance out that sweetness at the beginning. So that's just kind of the structure. Let me check the acidity, what you get on the side of the tongue. Am I going to mount? I'm trying to break this down. Yeah. Good acidity, good mouth-watering juiciness. So a lot going on with just the texture, the feel, and what's going on. Now, what about the taste? Haven't even gotten into that yet. Individual. What can I pick anything out of? I like. Let me say this real quick. There's wine that you can drink by itself with no food or anything, sipping one. There's wine that must go with food alone because it needs food to really complement it. That's most wine. Most wine's kind of made for food. And then there's wine that go with both. This can easily be sipped with nothing to eat, but it goes great with food as well. So this is a double threat, if you will. That being said, the dark fruit in here, the jam, again, tastes like jam. And I'll tell you, put a little age on it, it's going to get better. That tannin's going to soften, see. Another way to soften is put an aerator on there or decant it. Put it in the decanter for about a half hour before serving. Give it some air, right? Some surface area. Put a rough pour in that decanter, let it fan down, sit there for half an hour. Or at least put an aerator on your bottle, give it a rough pour, speed things up. It's going to soften it up even more. But the dark flavors are fantastic, jam-wise. Sweetness balanced out by the bitterness, the acidity, well balanced. Maybe a hair on the sweet side. I don't think it's sweet, all right? It's got a high alcohol content, and that has pretty much eaten up the sugars at 14%. But Zinfandel always, to me, with the fruit, and now with the cognac. Something I've said before. It's not a earth shatterer, but kind of aromatic tobacco. The tobacco that smells really good, right? That's kind of give the taste of that tobacco, but you would smell real. Don't always taste like that, but it smells like that. In this case, it kind of tastes like that tobacco smells, and you would think would taste like. Maybe like a chewing tobacco that has been flavored. Or a cigar that has been, the wrap has been treated with some kind of sweetened flavor type thing. But yet you're still getting the tobacco under it. I love it. I had it last night with pasta that I put olive oil, just regular pasta. I love to mix it with some olive oil. You can use butter. Both are really good with a lot of Parmesan cheese. I love a kiss of oregano and some garlic, and that's a lot of times all I'll put on it. I had some hot Italian sausage with it. This thing went fabulous with it. Any roasted meat, gonna go good. Hell, anything barbecued. It's a good. So anyway, at this point, that's what she wrote. That's why I wanted to get the review in real quick. I'm really enjoying this. $18.99, cool name. I love that it's finished in the cognac. I like Zinfandel anyway. Primitivo, Italian for Zinfandel. And thank you for being here. And I'll see you on the next one. And I forgot, Marty Bass. Man, I shouldn't have. This is the Marty Bass shirt. Why? Because Marty Bass, he comments a lot on my videos. He's actually a big part of the channel. I could give him a shout out for how much he participates in the channel. And this makes me think of him because every time I wear this shirt, he always says, cool shirt, cool shirt. So I'm going to call it the Marty Bass shirt. Marty Bass shirt. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to sub, and I'll see you all on the next one.